G'day guys, it's Bailey Driver. We've got another video for you today. We're going to be working on the Subaru Outback. Few things to do today. Got some rubbing we need to sort out, and I need to install my camber bolts. So let's get into it. So it is rubbing right there, as you can see. It's worn out that mudguard a bit. I have been driving it and it's sort of wearing there as well. And we're also rubbing just in here on the inner guard. So my plan to combat that is I've got these SuperPro bushings with caster offset. So hopefully I can get enough caster in to push the wheel forward a little bit, and it might just clear that, but it might not. But at least with the caster we'll get a little bit better steering, and it should handle a bit better. And also we've got these white line bolts, just camber bolts, because the factory ones are a little bit too small to correct the camber that the lift kit causes. So yeah, that's the plan for today, so let's get into it. That I actually replaced these bushings that I need to replace today. See, they're pretty good. I replaced them probably a couple months ago. So what I'm going to be doing is, it's a bit strange, but I'm going to be pulling the whole housing, or whatever it's called, whatever you'd call that whole section. I'm going to be taking that whole lot out, taking it over here. I'm going to chuck it on my old Subi, the one that I'm fixing up to sell. As you can see, these ones are rooted, so, well, they're all right, but they're not as good as the other ones. So I'm gonna chuck the ones off my other car on here, and I'm gonna take these ones off and put my good bushings in them, and we're gonna use these ones. All right, we're gonna start taking this off. Just gonna spray them up with some WD-40. There we go, that one done. This one. There we go. Alright, let's get our big spinner. Come on. Yeah. What are you? Beautiful. So it would appear as though these are aftermarket bushings. So you can see, I can just pull that apart. They're pretty, looks like they're kind of old. They're like the same sort of ones I put in my other car. They're just sort of like a press in, sort of, well, not even press in, just push in sort of thing. So I'll take these out and I'll grab the new bushings and I'll press them into there. I just noticed that when I pulled these out, both of them have this scoring on the inside here, which that's no good. I don't know if I'll be able to use these now, but I'm on a budget, so I'll probably just sand them up and try and polish them out a bit. But yeah, that's actually pretty bad, but I don't know. Shouldn't really make too much of a difference as long as the bushings are tight in there. So yeah. Alrighty, so these are the ones I just took out. And these ones are out of my new Subaru, the off-roading one. I put these in a few weeks ago. Probably because I want to do everything right, because these are all scored and all they're all a bit how you're going. I'm gonna take the bushings out of this one because I know that these are all right, and I'm going to put these in here and then I'm going to get my new bushings and put them in here. So got a little bit more work stuck out for me, but at least I won't be running with these shitty worn housings. Alright, so this is my little homemade press. Just got this little frame here, put the bushing down there and just get a little socket. There. Check on top. Try not to bounce it down. Pick it up. Right, and then shoot. Just press that down. Just like that. You can see the inside of this one. It's a little bit worn, but it's a whole heap better than the last one. So looks like we're going to use these ones. Alright, so these are my new bushings, the SuperPro ones. You can see there, they're pretty offset. So how it works is the tapered side, that's where the bolt goes in like that, and then you do the nut on like that, and then they have to go, the offset has to point towards the outside of the car like that to achieve maximum positive angle. So I have to figure out which side the tapered end goes. So I think they bolt up like that for the passenger side, and that goes towards the front. So they should fit something like in like that. Alright, let's whack these in. Alright, so you can see the bushing. I put some grease. I took these metal inserts out and I put some grease in there, put them back in. And as you can see, the tapered end goes forward and goes over this this bolt there. And first of all, before you put it on, you just got to clean that off. Just get any dirt or leftover grease or anything on there. And then you want to, the kit came with some bushing grease. You just want to get a bit of that. Just liberally put it on all over all the mating surfaces, anywhere that your brand new bushing is going to touch. So then you just slide her on, get that on there, and we should somewhere have this little washer. You just slide that on, should fit on there pretty nice. And then we get our 22mm nut. I always like to put a little bit of grease on the thread too, stop it from seizing up on you. Just chuck that on there, just loosely sort of get it started. Get a bit of grease on your bolt. In there pretty good. Now you just get your 19mm on there. Alright, now once you got them in there, don't do them up tight yet, and you just got to adjust where that sits. You'll be able to see where the bolts were sitting before that. Righto, it should sit out a little bit, because when we do up that 22, it'll pull it in a bit more. Just get them so they're just a little tiny bit snug. Then you just put this one on. This should pull into it a little bit more than goes down. So, yeah. You have to wait till the car's on the ground to torque them down, so just so there's like load on them to get the torque down right. But before we do that, we'll get the camber bolts in. These white line ones, I think they're pretty universal, but they fit a lot of things. These go in the bottom hole of the strut. I'll show you what I mean in a sec, and we'll get this wheel off, eh? Alright, we'll pop these up now. Alright, so you have to torque the bolts up under there to 184 foot-pounds, and of course mine's too little, it only goes to 150, so I'm going to get my big breaker bar and I'm just going to do it up as tight as I can. Alright, so I got all that torqued up, so she's basically done. Now that camber looks horrendous. Let me just show you. Oh, she looks like she's in mid-air or something. I definitely need to go get a wheel alignment. Might have to do that this week because that looks pretty bad. So I'm just going to show you guys exactly how much clearance I got from installing these bushings. So it was rubbing right in here on this outer lip, so I'll start the car up and I'll show you guys. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. I think it just touches like just on the edge there, but you don't even notice. And as you can see, it was digging in quite bad. So literally just enough. So it's perfect. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and see you in the next one.